Ooh, then I get the dash. Can I catch me both? Your whole team is so competent. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Cause I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Ay, yeah, stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The mantra, and off we. This is taken just shy of the. And look at this! Right away, a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Good job. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, 49ers nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought
and defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. This will go for 5 up to the 33. These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Coleman.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first step.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Bruce Irvin. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And Kittle catching the slant. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. George Kittle.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
And brings up 2nd down on the Seahawks' 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
The 16-yard line.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
It's Coleman here. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Then we give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
The ball carrier.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. This is Mostert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
The ball carrier.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
At the 40.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 3. And this is 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
First down.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. At the 8-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. 2nd down and goal. Wilson. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
Ruled out of bounds just shy of the goal line.
They'll run with Mostert. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Being chased out left. And that is going to be incomplete. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see. And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake. Kaepernick completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for them.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Wilson's pass complete to Carlos Hyde. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and inches.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. 4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage.
Incomplete.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more. This is caught inside the 15. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, as time expires in the first half. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. That he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
3rd down.
To throw is Wilson. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
1st down, a run with Hyde. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Fred Warner.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Wilson's pass.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Now it's Wilson. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Seahawks 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Here's Mostert. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Wilson. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 44, Wilson. This is intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. Now Kaepernick. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
4-yard line.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Quarter of play with the score Seahawks 20, 49ers 13.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Got his target, Samuel.
That's good.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and the pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can, and if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Coleman. Tackle made by Demarius Randall. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now Gold for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
20-all.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. D Ford. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 10.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
At the 49-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar.
Good game so far.
So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Oh wow, emoji flushed face.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
The Niners 32-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Wilson to throw. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Mostert. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Wilson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal,
what emoji flushed face.
The other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick 6 or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In a regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Eric Armstead. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon on for a very important punt here in overtime. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Winds up and lets it go for 6. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.